Okay, so today you guys are going to be looking at drawing 4. Don't forget to put your name up there. Oh, well, I guess you don't really have to, but drawing 4, we are going to be doing 2 separate sketches, 1 and 2, and you are also going to be using the following tools. You will be using an ebony pencil, a blending stumps, a stick eraser, graphite crayons, and if you look on the side of these, they are different. So 9, the higher the number, the softer the graphite in it. The lower the number, the harder the graphite. 9 is soft, 2 is harder. And then you will also be utilizing a white eraser and eraser shields. Okay, so first things first, you're gonna go ahead and draw out your sketches, and I'll be right back to show you what I did. Okay, so I have my 2 sketches done, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the requirements for this level. So you will be able to shade using the white paper, gray, and black, meaning, and I'll show you guys, you're going to use these tools to be able to make a variation or values in your sketch. So value is an element of art, and it's light to dark, right? It allows things to look three-dimensional, even on a flat surface. So you will also use the erasers to keep your shading lines clean and add dark shadows to your drawing. You will use the eraser shield to add texture within your shading, and you're gonna make the shading smooth using the blending stump. Okay, so let's get into it. You need to know where your value is going to be and gauge that value. So you also want to shade in your dark, you already have your lightest light here. So you want to shade in your darkest dark, or just put a little bit of that in your drawing. And so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to grab my ebony pencil, and I'm just going to put in this darkest part of this shadow right here. Now, don't go as dark as you think you want to go, because it's hard to take up, okay? You're gonna go slow and move it out just a little bit, okay? Then you're just gonna start easing your pencil in around where you think the shadows are going to be. So I'm kind of drawing a peach here, and I don't want to get too crazy, but obviously my shadow's right here. So I want you guys to think about, when you're drawing this, you can even do it like put a little thing right here, like the light is coming from back behind it and right off to this side, if you can see that, right to the side of this peach. So obviously the lightest part is going to be in this area right here, and so everything else is going to be shaded darker and darker and darker as you go from around this area. When you're coming up here to this stem, obviously this side of the stem is going to be way darker than this side of the stem. And you're just gonna keep working and working on this. Okay, I'm just gonna make this a really quick sketch. We're not gonna get too far into it, but what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna take the idea of, your idea, and you are gonna make it your own. But this particular level is going to take quite a long time to be able to really settle in. So in your sketchbooks, I want you to practice these things. I want you to practice starting with the dark, okay? And then using a blending stump to really pull out that color out in to really gradiate that from dark to light, right? The same up here, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna take that darkest spot and you're gonna move it to really, really make it look almost three-dimensional. Now, if you notice that I laid down a little bit of color, but I'm using my blending stump almost like a pencil to really make this work. You can do that. Do you see this right in here? You don't have to press hard on this, actually. You don't have to press at all. You're just sliding it right over the paper. And I'm gonna pick up some more ebony pencil graphite through here and really pull this down in here. Okay. And it's gonna be, you're just gonna have maybe a little bit of shadow back here, but not a whole lot. Definitely down in this area right here. You're just gonna use your imagination. Now, if you want to grab something from off the back shelf or out of a cabinet that you can draw and look at with the light actually hitting it, then I would definitely encourage you to do that. But the way you're gonna use these is the same, right? This is the 9, so the lead is really soft, so it's gonna make a darker, it's gonna be darker. And this is where you're gonna really come in to, and don't press hard. Don't press hard on your pencil. You just are gonna add layer after layer. Pressing hard will break the tooth of the paper, and you will never be able to get any more material on it because it just completely squashes it down. Now, to use your, what is this thing called? Your eraser shield, you're gonna do that and you're gonna come in here and let's say I want a little bit of light right in here, right up in here, and I'm going to grab it, figure out where I want it. I can use either this eraser here or I can use a stick eraser, which has got the same eraser in it. And I'm just gonna come in here and just erase that area just to give it some clean lines. Just like, well, just like that. And I'll show you on the back of, actually I'll show you on my sketchbook. This is also where you're gonna want to experiment with these things. I want you to do a value test. How do you spread this value out from dark to light? How can you make this from dark to light in a nice smooth gradient? Okay, then let's just go ahead and then test your eraser shield. Is this the look that you're gonna wanna go for? If you look in here, causes this, right? You can even take this and add a little bit of dimension to this and make it look like it might have just been sunk in or popped out from there. Take your blending stump, put it in here. Okay, if you need any more help, guys, you know what your requirements are. Please refer back to the levels up on your Google Classroom, and happy drawing. Bye.